Hi everybody, welcome back to the Hamlet for episode number 13 and welcome back to the channel. We're continuing on August the 1st after having a very successful month in July where we managed to get our sheep pasture. Right, just for anyone who's joined for the first time, the Hamlet is set in the Jura region in Switzerland, mapped by our Grimlock RRC, who's brought us a few really nice maps. I like his style of map a lot. I've played on them before. And I like the Hamlet because it's a nice little small compact map and it's easy to get around. No big driving distances around like that, but it's a nice compact map. Anyway, let me explain what's going on. We're in August. We harvested a field of peas last month. We have the second one to do. It's here right beside the farm. This is a field we bought last year at the end of the year or earlier this year, and it needed ploughing, but we didn't have time. We just put the crop straight in because it's going to need ploughing after the crop. Now, two things. Red tape mod, if anyone is running it, you get asked, there's a demo scheme on it. So demo scheme this month happened to be this international. Case International. So we're going to try this out because it fits into the category of what we're using here, less than 200 horsepower. Now, you have a government initiative to promote the growth of peas through financial incentives. That's what's happening this year. The next evaluation will be in December. So what happens is they actually give you the harvester, because that's why we're doing peas, because we actually got a free harvester this year. So we made hay while the sun shines. And literally what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get that field of peas harvested. And you have to sell them off. There's nothing else you can do. There's no productions on this map at all. There's 2 sell points, that's all. And yeah, there's very little opportunity to do anything with your product after you actually harvest it. So what we're going to do down the line maybe is when we get much further in and we get a bit of land is we're probably going to place production like Omatana's little farm production building that does most stuff, but it won't be going on our farm. It'll be going on another piece of land that we actually purchase. So I always wonder why the carrots look like that when you sow them. This field here beside us had carrots in it. Had peas in it, and we were able to double crop it and put carrots in. So that's what's gone in there. We got a great harvest off the peas, which gave us the money at last to reach our goal, which was to buy the sheep farm. And we wanted to have 10 grand left in the bank to cover all costs of everything else and the whole lot. So here we are, first day of the month, and we have 10 grand left in the bank. So you can kind of say, right, we achieved what we wanted to on that front. And we decided, since we had the harvester, to put in another field of peas and make the most of it, because there'd be a decent enough income from this now. So we just kind of I decided, you know what, let's do it, since the red tape mod hasn't really given us any advantages so far. And there you go. It hands us the government incentive to grow peas this year, and it also hands us the first tractor we've really been able to use, the Case, to try out. Now, it's not very powerful. I think it's 130 horsepower on, but we don't need anything bigger than that on this map. It really is a low power map. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this field harvested and get the peas sold, see what we get for them. And then we're going to push on and see what other contracts come up, because there will be contracts. There probably is even some there. Harvesting buckwheat, we can do that. Carrots, we haven't got the harvester for it yet. We could get it and hang on to it, but we'll be paying the lease fees on it for the fees on it for a couple of months, because our field has only gone in. And still has another 3 months, I think, to go. But we'll check it out. We'll see, is there any other possibility of any other carrot fields on the map that need to be harvested. And we usually end up harvesting most of the work. Backstory to this is we're the only ones really doing any contract work in the region. Like, it's a small map and we do most of the contract work for them. So basically, they do nearly every contract that comes up, which involves a lot of cultivation and ploughing, and not all harvest contracts can we do because we don't have the equipment. Some of them require an AI worker. We haven't used AI at all on this series, and the intention was not really to use it. Maybe way down the line we might, but no, that's kind of the intention, was to see can we do most of the work without. So we do lose out on some contract work because you need to have an AI worker driving the harvester and you need to drive the tractor beside them. So not a problem. We're making progress. We have our sheep. What's our next goal? More land. That's plain and simple. Expand the farm, get more land, and then grow. Make more money. What else would there be? There always is. There is a pig farm on the map as well, which I would like to own. It was not a priority because the food is the one thing. You need the land to grow the food to actually feed them, rather than just buying it from the store. Anyway, I'll get on with this field and I get it done. I'm probably going to have to bring the tractor around to unload this. We're on 79% now. It shouldn't take too long, but we'll see what we have. We've 10,851 now. We'll see when this is sold what extra we get off the field. And then, of course, we have a bonus that's going to be paid out in December from the government for doing peas. So enough of the chatter. Time to get the work done. Just bringing you back before I sell the rest of the peas. There was 3,000's worth came out of the harvester. I drove it the whole way down because I was going to bring it back to the dealership anyway. So I said I might as well. I had the trailer full and I fed the rest of it into the rest of it fit into the harvester. It wasn't even half full, the harvester. Or was it? I can't remember, but it wasn't full anyway. So I just drove it down here. It was easier than driving the trailer all the way back up. So we got just under 8,000 there, plus 977. So we've over 13,000 out of this field, harvest-wise. Peas are very, very profitable. Very profitable. So, yeah, that's definitely something that in the future will be worthwhile doing, but the harvest is too expensive. That's the problem. Anyway, I'll update you as soon as I can go back up to the farm now. I'm going to go through the contracts, see what we're going to do next. I have to think about these carrot harvest contracts that are there. Are they worthwhile doing? I think our trailer's the Achilles heel. I can get the harvester all right. That goes on the back of the tractor, but I don't think this tractor can pull it. So I think I might have to just pass on them. Okay, I'm back at the farm. I had a look at those contracts. Like, I mean, the cost of hiring the equipment is more. Like, you make €3 on that. So you're working on what you're going to get. I know that the harvester will work, but if you deliver 88,000 litres to the sell point, you get to keep 12. Now, I know it's going to be tough trying to do it. I'd have to take the equipment and use the trailer because it would cost me too much to lease a trailer. The harvester is this one here. It needs 160, which is what we have. It would do it with the tractor we have. I've used it before. But to lease that is, let's see, 1,900. So it's a different thing when we're doing it for our crop, where we're going to get the full crop off the field, as opposed to just what's there. The other thing too is we're going to need a trailer as well. But I've known that all along we need a bigger trailer. So, like, I've been kind of time with the idea, what is the cheapest decent trailer we can get? Like, if you want to go up to say 20,000 litres, like, you can buy one of them and its basic format is 20 grand. We ain't got the money. Wishful thinking. Like, is there anything there in the line of trailers? I don't think there is, because I didn't even stop on the way down to see was there anything there. There's one there, but that's only like 12,000 litres. It's not much bigger than what we have. It's 10 grand. So, okay, wishful thinking on my part. So we're just going to go with what we can do, which is the cultivation contracts and the buckwheat, because we have the combine harvester. We'll take them. There's 2 of them there. It's a shame. I know if I was getting the full money for the contracts, it would probably be worthwhile. Like, it's kind of telling me that I'm going to get an extra 4 grand. There's still 2 days left on it. I'll wait and see. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my combine and I'm going to go and... Oh, I left it up at the field. Yeah, combine is miles away. I never brought it back. Let's see. The map. Where is the first field we have to do? That's fertilisation. Buckwheat. Them 2. Okay. I meant to bring it back and I forgot. I had it up here when I was doing that field there. Across the way. The one just turning in now. I meant to bring it back last episode and I forgot. Anyway, yeah, we'll get these 2 done. There's not a lot of money from the little bit of grain going to be left over, which we could sell or put in the silo. We'll empty it through the grain door and see can we hold it back. Is it worthwhile holding back? But yeah, I'll get these couple of contracts done. The cultivation ones will be the most profitable probably. And the 2 harvesting contracts. And I'm still going to think about the other ones, whether they're worthwhile doing or not. But I'll get these 4 out of the way first and I'll have a think about while I'm doing them. I'll lease the manure spreader again because we had so much manure in the pit. We could do a slurry spreader too. And we have the Case International tractor that's on demo just to try it out. So we might as well give it a lash, see how it goes. I need to unfold it first. I keep forgetting that every time I'm using one of these. Okay, let's see how we get on. Have we enough to do the field? It'll get it out of the what you call it anyway. It'll get it out before we plough this field. Might as well throw it on it. It won't give it full fertilisation for whatever's going into it anyway. It doesn't. It kind of just gives it a boost. So I doubt if there's enough to get the whole field done, but you know what? It's better than nothing. It'll save us a few bob. Whoa. Big lump there. Of course, there's no zero compact on this tractor, so I don't know where that makes a difference when you're spreading manure over solid fertiliser. Yeah, might be lucky to get a headland and a half out of this. Still, it gets it out of the bunker. And I didn't look up a slurry tanker spreader to see how much they are to lease. This was only a couple of £100. It's very cheap. I just thought it was worthwhile to get the manure bunker emptied. Yeah. It's not a bad little tractor. It's 150 horsepower. That's fairly decent. When they give you something like this for a demo, it's nice to try it out just to see. $19, 18%. We got further than I thought it would. Oh, didn't turn off. You go turn it off now. I hit the button. Three, two, one, 0. Yeah. I'll fill up what's left. There won't be enough to do it all. Then I'll have a look at a slurry. Let's have a look at a slurry spreader now while we're here. Slurry tankers. What's the cheapest one? 20,000. Colossus. 80 horsepower. What's that to lease? That'll be expensive enough. 1,000. We're going to have to, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble if we have too much slurry. Okay, I'll get the rest of this manure in the field. I'll probably lease that slurry spreader. I'll bring you back in a bit. I decided to try out this tractor plough and see how it goes. I don't know whether it'll struggle. It's less horsepower than the one we have. It was worth giving it a shot just to see. There's very few runs up and down this field at all. Slow that down. So I'm going to lift the plough and not going flying off down the field. 16. Off we go. Yeah, I did get, after I'd done the manure that time, I got a slurry spreader. And I didn't realise that it wasn't recording to OBS for some reason. I don't know why. Red light came on but it didn't record. Checked all the other folders. I'd already been saving it in a folder. It wasn't in it, so just in case something changed, but couldn't find it. So missed that. I leased slurry spreader. Cost me €1,000 just to empty out our storage because we had too much. And yeah, it's on this field. It's on the other field. So the actual fertilisation on this field should be spot on. This tractor is actually pulling this quite good. I know the weather conditions are okay. It's favourable. It's not raining. It's to rain in a bit. I think not for another. I don't know. I was doing that. I was end up knocking it off. It's to rain in another hour. I just said I'd get this field ploughed. And of course we're kicking up stones. We don't have a stone picker. And the good old goals are back. Now it's just after that we hadn't ploughed this field before we put the crop in anyway, so I knew it was going to need it, so I just said, right, definitely do it now before we put anything into this again. I'll just work away with this. I'm kind of surprised with this tractor. It's less horsepower than our own tractor, but it just seems to be doing a better job. Maybe it's the type of gearbox that's in it that's making it work so much better than ours. So right, I'll knock this out and then see if any more contracts come up that we can do. Oh, I didn't collect the contracts, did I? I didn't know. I was waiting to bring you back in. Right, we done the 2 cultivation, the 2 buckwheat, and we done an oat zone. Because there's winter oats on this map as well. And we can't do the other contracts because it just it wouldn't be viable with the trailer we have. It's different with the peas. You don't get as great a quantity of them, but I was telling me I have 88,000 litres to deliver. That's 10 trips in the tractor and trailer we have. So it's just too much. Right, I'll knock this out. Okay guys, I had to restart the computer and everything. I don't know what's going on with OBS. It stopped again on me. I got that field ploughed. I leased a stone picker and got picked. And then I actually ran over with the cultivator because it wasn't a normal stone picker. It just looked absolutely crap. So I just went over. I just wanted to try this tractor. It actually pulls better than our tractor. Now, why am I coming down here with the plough? I'll show you why I'm coming down here with the plough. I've used this so much on this map because I do so many ploughing contracts and that it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye. Second-hand market. Just get into it now. Where are we? There we go. I'm going to buy this. It can be made bigger, but I'm not going to make it bigger. I'm going to go with it as it is. It's slightly wider than what we had. It's 4 meters. I think the other one was 2.5, something like that. So, just want to make a few changes. Been going long enough with what I had. Kept all the original equipment. And we're going to just sell that. Now, we did make money out of it. But that was not the reason behind selling it. I'm looking to change the cultivator we have as well. I'm tempted to just grab one of them because, like, you pull it with anything. Like, that's what we have. 4 meters. That's 5 meters. I'm kind of looking for, I don't know what width that is. It doesn't tell you. Tell you in here? No, I'm not going for that. 9 meters, 100 horsepower. It's just I'm doing so many contracts. That's the main reason I'm thinking about buying. It just makes them go that bit quicker because I'm not using AI. That's all. I'd feel weird if it wasn't green. What's the wheel setup? Standard 2. No, just the rims. That's all. And the one we have requires 110. It's 4 meters. 9 meters. 4 meters, 140. I'm using that, but there's no way, even when it's on that 80 horsepower, you put that up to, say, 120, it struggles. Anyway, I'll have a think about that. Gotta make a start in these contracts. I'll bring you back in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to try this tractor out on this field with this cultivator. Just want to see the difference because I know how much the other one struggles. This should be it here. This should be field number 12. Had a look at this tractor. It's in medium tractors. And it seems quite good. Now, this is only set at 150 horsepower. You can get it at 170. Then I think the next one then puts us over. Why do I keep doing that? Oh, how not to drive a tractor. Hold it. There we go. Just to see how it pulls it. Because the John Deere seems to struggle quite a bit with it. Now, I went in and had a quick look at this in the new market just to see. And I'm actually impressed with this at the moment, the way it's pulling. Because I was having trouble with the John Deere going up any sort of hill at all. Now, love the mod and all, but I think there is little issues with it. It's not quite giving you 175 horsepower. This is actually pulling better. But I'm just going to show you now. No. Get back on the right one. There we go. Just going to show you now. Let's go into the market. There it is. Right, basic configuration, 180 or 150 horsepower. Now it goes up to 250 because you can go to 200, right? That's an extra $4,000 to go to 200. Now, you know what the nice thing is? All the tyre options, some of them are absolutely free. Hold on, I had Jules coming up as free. Maybe it's a different brand. Yeah, maybe it's some of them are free. 2,000. That's not bad. Where's the wides? Rear jewels. Yeah, I must have been on the other tyre brand. Rear jewels free. They're weird tyre though. Definitely, I had. Hold on. Let's leave it on basic configuration. There you go. Free for those. And then you could get them with weights. And they were free. Rear jewels. There you go. Free. I don't know. I just got to try it out anyway in this field and see how it goes. I was going to explain this to you when I was at the garage the last time, but I knew I had a fit of coughing coming on. So that's why I abruptly ended the last clip. I knew I just made it just in time. But I just impressed. I can't, unfortunately, change the tyres on this. It's a demo. Or can I? I don't think I can. Just to see how it runs. It's like when you lease a tractor, you can't actually make any alterations to it. The only downside is I'd have to change the loader as well for the front, because it only takes a case loader, whereas we have a quickie loader, so I can't put a quickie loader on it. But you know what? I think if we're changing, I'd be happy enough to hang on to this cultivator now. The way it's running on this has made me realise that it was the John Deere that was struggling with it rather than the cultivator being too big. Definitely, huge difference. If I was turning that corner with the John Deere now, it would have dropped right down to probably 6, 7, 8 kilometres an hour. So maybe it is time for a tractor upgrade. Now the only problem is we need the Azera Compact. It would blow all the money we're after making. We're 3 years in. You know, we're 3 years into the farm. Maybe it is. I'll have a think about what I'm doing these couple of contracts anyway. A fertilisation contract and one harvest contract, and that's it. I don't think there's going to be anything else now. There's nothing else there. There's enough to be going on with anyway. It'll give us a few bob. I have a feeling we're going to get through this month anyway with just a few more contracts, and that's it. And we're not going to be sowing any fields of ours. We've only one field to sow. I was kind of hoping we'd be in a position to maybe buy a field, and would you believe it, this is probably the cheapest field on the map to expand more. Let's have a look while we're going down the line. 33,000, we have the money to buy it now. But then we need to get them contracts done to make sure we have the loan money and that going forward. Anyway, let me get on with this. I have to say I'm really impressed with this tractor over the John Deere. Much as I love it now. I'm using it on another series, but I have more horsepower in it. I think that's what's making the difference. I'll have a look and see how much it costs me to add horsepower to it, to upgrade it a little bit. And I'll make the decision then what I'm going to do. Move forward to the last day of August. Let's collect those contracts. See where we're up to. 39,000. Next, two and a half. Almost. Yeah. Still debating whether to sell the tractor or not. Can't make my mind up. There's nothing here we can do. We may be moving on to September. And then we will have to decide what we're going to put in this field here. That's my main choice because I really don't know what to put into crop calendar. Let's have a look. Barley, buckwheat, canola, mustard, oats. If I put oats in now, when are they ready? July. That's a thought. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to put oats in it. We get to test out this tractor again. So far, it's gone really well. I'm still considering the upgrade. Really am. Yeah. We'll see how it goes pulling this. Now, this is 150. The upgrade would be 200 horsepower. See, I know I'm getting a price for the John Deere when I check it, but it's not the same price you get as you do when you go to the dealership. Right. Why are we back on peas? Because I've done a sowing contract. And it wasn't peas. I must have just went through it. Okay, there's another tryout for it. Let's see how it handles cedar. I can't say does this cedar do fertiliser as well? It does. It's not needed anyway. The field is well fertilised. I think we're going to go with the upgrade. I really do. It's the first time I've really used the demo to any great length from the red tape mod. Normally they're not suitable, or they were less power and they were a little bit less, what would you call it, less drivable than what I have on the farm already, even in other maps. Very seldom I use a demo. This time it's kind of, yeah, it's done its job. Yeah. And I could talk about an extra 50 horsepower on top of this again. Okay, we have to get the Azera compact, but I think it mightn't cost us too much to do the upgrade. I get this field done, then I think that's what I'm going to do. I think we're going to change it. Finally made the decision. It's bye-bye John Deere. I have to get rid of the loader as well, because I have to get a case loader for the case tractor, and the weight, because there's no need for it. We have to put the weights on the front of the case. So I've enjoyed using it, but I think it needs more power. And that's why when I was using it in a different game save, it was much better because it had the power. I can't up it, or it'll go to 220 is the next upgrade on it. So that's over the 200 horsepower. Anyway, I'm going to do this. I'll bring you back in when it's done, because I need to configure the other tractor, and that'll take me a little bit of time. Deal's done. It costs a little bit, but we've duals. Is there a compact? Now there's other options we could have put on it. Could have put a screen inside. It's not that expensive. There's a few other bits and pieces. Didn't bother. Had to put the mirrors on. They were separate because his zero compact was hanging in mid-air. Yeah. Only downside I can see to the tractor in the game is I have to turn the volume down for the might as well bring this back up to the farm. Looks well with the jewels on it. We'll get the loader. We'll keep an eye on the second hand market. We'll get the loader. When you get the loader, then you lose the weights off the front. So it's something that you'd need to change. Yeah, the zero compact were hanging in mid-air. And at the mirrors, it looks weird. So we have a brand spanking new tractor on the farm. So we went from a John Deere to a Case farm. Although we still have a John Deere baler and a John Deere cultivator. I knew the other tractor when I was looking at it. I said there was something weird about it. Not just the tyres. Now, okay, 200 horsepower on the other one, but it was the fact that there was no mirrors on it. Park them side by side for a minute. The demo will probably go back now and I move forward anyway. Yeah, it's what it was. And I was in there, I was looking at it, the cab just seemed weird. Everything else is the same, bar the fact we have jewels on it. That's what I was looking at, that just seemed strange on it. Anyway, let's see. I don't think there's any more contracts. There's only the ones that were there, which we now I know for a fact if I got the if I had a trailer and I got the harvester, I could do all of these. I could do that. The carrots and the other carrots. Can't do the green beans or the harvest green beans. What's in that? If I take that, it's 800. And then I could do that one with, nah, I'm not going to bother. Will I? Anyway, that's it for episode number 13. We upgraded our tractor again. I wasn't really expecting that, but there you go. We got our demo from the Red Tape mod and we tried it out and we actually ended up buying one and changing our John Deere. There is some difference. I don't know what it is about the John Deere. It just didn't seem like it had 175 horsepower. It really didn't seem like it had. But the deal is done now. Now we'll have to add to this with another international. this little one that we got when we needed to haul the trailer that time or whatever it was. It actually worked very well. We leased it. But anyway, we don't need a second tractor. Leasing costs, there you go. I've been hit with all the things I have leased, which is I don't know why I didn't send the cars planter back. So we have the spreader, the weeder, and the hoe are all leased. Anyway, episode number 13 done and dusted from the Hamlet. Making progress. We've 37,000 in the bank. We're going to move forward to the next month. We'll probably have a bit of work to do for other people. We have a field of oats in. We won't have our carrots ready for another month. Oh, that needs rolling. Needs lime as well. We'll have our field of carrots that won't be ready for 2 months. But we'll have something to do when we come back anyway. Until next time, from the Hamlet, as per usual, all that's left for me to say is goodbye for now. Until then, bye bye.